motivation. Let's see if we can awaken some motivation through laughter. What's the point? 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 Break the spell. What's the point? 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 What's what is the point? What's 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 the point? Join me. What's the point? 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 There's no point. There's no point. Just repeat with me. There's no point. What's the point? There's no point. What's the point? There's no point. What's the point? 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 Join me. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Join me. Just repeat. What's the point? 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 Give it. Give it some form, give it some energy, and say it out loud so you're excelling. What's the point? What is the point? Look towards the sky, the heavens, and ask, what's the point? And look towards wherever you are, on your left, on your right, on the floor. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? What is the point? What is the point? Tell me, what is the point? Just tell me. You tell me. Universe, tell me. What is the point? What is the point? What is the point? Say it with me. Say it very loud and clear. What is the point? What is the point? Is the point, my friend. The point is to break the spell. Because the minute we get stuck in there's no point, there goes motivation. But the minute we break that spell with what's the point and play with it and break the spell, we just become a little lighter. And we just infuse ourselves with just a tiny little bit of motivation that might just remind us of the real reasons why we might want to do something, pursue something, or engage in something that is meaningful. And at times we might lose it temporarily because we are stuck in our thoughts. There's time to review and process and adjust, be flexible, and pick a slightly different direction if needed. But at times all it takes is just to play with it. What's the point? 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 Until we can break that spell. And how we feel a little better. By feeling a little better, we feel more motivated. So, what's the point? Yay! What's the point? Yay! What's the point? Yay! What's the point? And then see if the answers start coming, trickling down. Because it's worth and it's meaningful. And we just need to perhaps go about it in a more playful manner. What's the point? What's the point? Often something is meaningful and has value, and we want to engage and pursue, but we might be a little tired of the seriousness, and maybe we've forgotten to play along. Maybe we've been too rigid in our ways, must be a certain way all of the time, and the minute we deviate, we start derailing and feeling that we're not catching up and going back into that line that we want to pursue. But by being playful, hopefully we can awaken some good feelings in our heart. And if we can make ourselves laugh, then we'll take ourselves less serious and we'll increase our little bit of motivation. Another way is to simply do something that needs doing anyway, and then we will feel satisfaction out of that action. So make a little effort for a minute or two, and then the satisfaction we get from doing that action, that gives the motivation to continue. Yes, at times that's a little harder to do that, but it certainly works. However, playfulness also helps us to generate a bit of motivation. Let's carry on playing some more. What's the point? What's the point? Can you give a little singing? Your turn to sing. What's the point of life? What's the point of all of it? Why? It's a roller coaster. Up and down, like the heartbeat. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then see if you can shake. That's another way of generating motivation. It's just like moving, dancing, swaying. Okay, generating some circulation and good feelings, releasing some of the tension and negativity. Shaking it all off. What's the point? Shaking your ass. What's the point of shaking your bottom? Releasing some tension, generating some warmth. What's the point? That's a lot to shake up. That's the point. Let it all go into the ground. The ground can take it. Let it go. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? And I might feel that we have little sad feelings come crippling up because we missed an opportunity, or because now, or even a little bit of worried feelings and anxiety. Oh, now we're so behind, we have to catch up. But then let's embrace it is what it is. 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 And now bring the hands to the heart. Notice the breath. Notice the heartbeat. What do I need right now? Physically. What do I need mentally? What do I need emotionally? What do I need relationally? What do I need environmentally? And then I've acknowledged all of my needs, and from all of these, what is the one thing I can do right now? One small step that I can do right now to improve the way I feel. Gratitude to our heart for the playfulness, for the moment that we take to get in touch with our needs. Gratitude for silliness too. Anyways, if you're feeling stuck with motivation, you could get in touch with the reasons why something is important, like the intrinsic motivations, those that come from within. You could add some extrinsic motivations, but it's the reasons why we want to do something. And we can see if we can go about doing those things in a way that is manageable. We might set ourselves an hour that might be too much. We could just, at times with the motivation is low or lacking, okay, I'll just give myself a minute or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, or give myself a little reward at the end of this. And as we do the activity, we'll find that because we've engaged, we'll get that satisfaction, and that will motivate us to continue. But also need to make sure that we are balancing things out, because sometimes we try to achieve something but then we lack, or we don't pay attention to other things that are equally important, like sufficient quality sleep, fresh air, movement, healthy balanced connections, a healthy and balanced diet, hydration. And if we start having those out of balance, then it'll be a little harder to stay motivated. Or even certain things can rob us of positive energy. If we are in constant conflict, we might feel so depleted and going into depressed mode because we don't have the energy to carry on fighting. So we will lose our motivation to do other things. So what can we do to keep a little bit more balanced? And at times we might find that our mood is a little on the low end. Do I need to see a doctor to see if everything is okay in terms of iron levels, vitamin D levels? Or perhaps if we are struggling with something bigger and deeper, do we need some professional help to help us see through? And if something is a little light, just adding a little playfulness to it, just to break the spell. What's the point? Because we might be invaded with a thought, what's the point of doing something? And that is good, to engage in reflection and acknowledging what's working, what's not working, what can we keep from what's working, and what we need to change and address that is not working. And experiment. Do try to just engage in whatever you need to engage for a tiny little period of time, 1 minute, 5 minutes, or bring what it is that you need to engage down, bring it down in the smallest possible, manageable, and see if the satisfaction of that will be sufficient to keep you motivated. I'll take a break. Take a break. Do something that your heart's desire. Because if you have been, when we neglect other needs, then we might start feeling that we lose interest. Because life is about balance. So, let yourself off the hook. It's part of life, having motivation, losing motivation. Just an opportunity to reflect and adjust. What can I bring in to be more balanced? Adaptability, flexibility, adjusting as we go along. And when needed, break the spell. What's the point? 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 I'll tell you what's the point. The point just to try and experiment and expand and learn and grow. See what works, what it doesn't, and what works 1 minute doesn't work the next. So just life is an experiment. That's the point. I don't know.